My name is Abdulhamid Sakar, and I work with Kenya Muslim Youth Alliance under this CRiD program. And as youth, we actually appreciate the fact that youth are either the victim or the suspects or the perpetrators of this kind of violence by all definitions that we do have. And as an organization, we've actually conducted some research on some of these issues affecting particularly the Muslim youth in the whole issue of youth radicalization that feeds into violent extremism in this country. And some of the things that we have actually identified that my brother has referred to as actually there is a very low level of understanding the diverse religions that we do have in this country. We've realized that actually the youth, both Muslim and non-Muslims, actually have very little understanding of what the scriptures are all about when it comes to the whole issue of peace. So as an organization, what we tend to do is try to see how can we create forums that will bring a dialogue that rotates around religious understanding and tolerance with a view of actually making it possible for people to understand what is being taught by the various religions. It actually shocked us as an organization to see a youth that has been born and brought up in Kaloleni area in Mombasa, who have actually been living near a church or a mosque, and he or she has never entered either of these places. So when we actually tried to bring them and then taking them into those building or rather a place of worship, they actually they were happy to say that we are actually we've been living here and we've not been knowing whatever that has been happening in those areas. So I think this kind of engagement are actually trying to bring up some fruits on this project, and we are really happy about it in terms of maybe increasing the understanding. The second thing that we're actually trying to do as an organization under this CRiD, we are trying to see how do we bridge the gap between the youth and the security agencies in terms of trying to see how do we facilitate free flow of information from the community to the government, and see what can actually the government do with such information to provide timely interventions that can avert some of these problems. And then the other thing is that we are trying to do is try to create enabling environment for youth to access some of the initiatives that are being done by the government. Like for example, the affirmative action funds like youth funds, Uwezo fund, to see how do we try to make it possible for youth to access these funds, because it has proved to be somehow difficult. So I think in a nutshell, these are few initiatives that we are trying to do to see how we can provide a prevention mechanism for youth radicalization.